Tony's Topics, Tony's Topics, Tony's Topics. What's happening, folks? My name's Tony, and welcome to Tony's Topics. So what do I want to get into tonight? The NBA, because last night was kind of weird, right? So there's some games that I'm just kind of questioning some of the strategies that the coaches were using. Okay, first up, Chicago versus Charlotte. That was an easy one. Chicago pulled that one away. That's a complete team right there. Enough said. I've already gone over it. Chicago can be a beast. Next up, the Lakers versus Washington. I don't understand what it is with this coach that doesn't want to make him start Nick Young or play Nick Young for like 36 minutes. I mean, the Lakers have been struggling all year long. All year. You finally got back Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant is performing. That's great. But yet you're still losing games, right? But yet, lo and behold, you've got this kid, Nick Young, who can get you over 20 points a night. And what does the coach of this team do? I'm not going to play that guy for 24 minutes. I'm not going to play him for 2 quarters. You know what? Definitely not 36 minutes. He's a bench player. What? What are you thinking? What are you possibly thinking? Somehow, by accident, the Lakers have gotten the replacement for Kobe Bryant. When Kobe Bryant leaves, Nick Young will assume that team. Now, the kid is already scoring over 20 points a game. Honestly, his numbers kind of look a lot like Kobe's. I mean, he doesn't seem to be really big on passing and getting assists. I don't understand why this kid isn't, he's 6'7", he's tall enough. Run him at small forward. Run him with Kobe. Granted, you need somebody out there who's going to distribute the ball, and you have Jeremy Lin. And Jeremy Lin definitely doesn't seem to be selfish. He's definitely all about getting an assist. So I'm like, why not just play them both? If Nick Young can play defense, play him at small forward. Whatever. But get him on the court. That kid needs to be playing 36 minutes a night. It's not like you guys are winning games, surely this coach loves Wesley Johnson because he starts him every night, and that guy is a good player. That guy is a nice 24-minute at the most type of player, okay? Maybe occasionally he'll have a big night, but Nick Young gets 20 points every night, and he's doing it on reduced minutes. It's like you stick him in the game for 17 minutes, he's going to get you 20 points. How are you not playing this man more? I just don't get it. Not to mention Ed Davis is great too, but I just don't get that one. I don't get it. Okay, so anyway, I guess that coach doesn't mind losing. He's got a 20-point player on the bench, but doesn't want to play him. Where did he do that at? Anyway, so next up, Detroit, Boston. Who cares? Spurs, Brooklyn. Somebody cares, just not me. Anyway, Spurs, Brooklyn. Yeah. Popovich tries to get the entire team to play. And I respect that. He's trying to have a full army ready. But at the same time, sometimes it kind of bites him in the rear. Basically, there's 6 guys on that team that just got to play every night. Tony Parker, Ginobili, Tim Duncan, they got to get played. That's the old, the old crew. Now the new crew, Aaron Baines, Kawhi Leonard, and Corey Joseph, they've got to get played because they're the stars coming in. Now you work out however you want, but Boris Diaw doesn't have to play. Now you want to get him in there, sure, he's a nice rotational guy, but the important, the future is through Aaron Baines. All right? Your future at point guard is through Corey Joseph, and it's clear, Kawhi Leonard is the small forward. So you want your 3 old guys playing with your 3 new guys to train these guys up. And, if you can get, Danny Green in there, absolutely. Because he had a great night. But, normally that guy's only going to get you 10 points. So if you can get him in there, cool. If you can get Bellinini in there, cool. If you can get Boris Diaw in there, whatever. Or Bonner or whatever. But the bottom line is those 6 guys, the old crew and the new crew, the old Reich and the new Reich, those are the guys that got to play. I said Reich, right, like the Nazis, but no, let's not go back to that. Anyway, but let's see here. Next up, let's see, Atlanta, Miami. Yeah, we all know Miami wasn't going to be the same team after LeBron, and that's just coming to pass. Moving on, Memphis versus Houston. That was a bit of a shocker. Because I was looking at that team, right, and the way the coach played it. It was like, how do you underplay Zach Randolph, Mark Gasol, and Mike Conley? But how do you underplay all your star players? Now, granted, Courtney Lee was having kind of a bad night, but he even underplayed Tony Allen. You know, Tony Allen got him 10 points real quick. So I don't get it. It seemed like he was more interested in playing everybody on the team than he was with getting the win. You know, I guess it was kind of like the same kind of mistake Popovich made. But, you know, like maybe he was like, oh, it's the Rockets without Dwight Howard. This will be an easy one. Guess again. So, okay. Let's see here. Dallas and Milwaukee. You know, of course, Dallas pulled that one out, and they did. Philly and Minnesota. Who cares? But, you know, I mean, you know, whatever. I mean, it's nice that Carter Williams got a win. You know, that kid hard plays hard. Let's see here. Toronto and Utah Jazz. Toronto still got some fight in them. You know, kudos to them, you know. It was the Utah Jazz, but whatever, you know. But good for Toronto. And let's see here. The Clippers versus Orlando. I guess they pretty much ran away with this game so early that they really didn't need to play it hard. But, again, Doc Rivers. Okay, fine. It's clear you're going to play Blake Griffin at power forward no matter what. Like, you just can't get that through Doc Rivers' head that maybe, just maybe, that guy shouldn't be bumping up against the big beast in the league. But two, how are you not playing Spencer Hawes to the maximum, like a three-man rotation between DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, and Spencer Hawes? Spencer Hawes is so good, but yet you like don't want to play him. I know you're trying to get your boy Glenn Davis in there, but this thing is locked up. Underplaying Spencer Hawes, playing Spencer Hawes less than 24 minutes a night is a crime. It is a crime, sir. What are you doing? Honestly, I mean, you're underplaying him, and Spencer Hawes is still like, what, the fourth best scorer on that? No, he's the fifth best scorer on that team. Consistently the fifth best scorer. He outscores DeAndre Jordan. Now, he doesn't out-rebound the man, but he does outscore him, and he does get a ton of rebounds. I don't know what you're doing with that one, Doc. Wow, you asked to get the guy, and then you don't play him. It's just weird, man. Okay, all right, so I'm like Ben past time, so those are my topics. Tony's topics. Tonight's night in basketball is pretty easy. You know, Cleveland, you know, come on, Cleveland, pull it out. No big deal. You know, what else? Toronto over Utah, or no. Indiana, Portland. Portland's got that. And Golden State versus the Pelicans. Golden State all the way. Tony's Topics.